It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Chiefs and the Bears, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just 1 start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Slot man moves right. On first down, right back to Herbert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bears' first down. And they pick it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Not a great season for the Bears passing in the league, but very solid year by Kmet. Established himself as a dependable target at tight end and led Chicago in yards and touchdowns.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are...
Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a two-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
On first down, Mahomes. James has got it. Complete. You look at this Bears defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now it's Mahomes again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Has his man, that's James. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads deep. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run. It's Herbert. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Now an option play on second down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Rolling to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Like, it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. James now to return it. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw on target to James. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Richie James, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Fields. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion right is Tony. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Mahomes now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's James. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here's Herbert.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll run with Herbert. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Herbert once more.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well. I wonder if he's just...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
In motion right is Tony. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Chiefs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.